Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Up next, we'll see a man who's been in charge for more than a decade, Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions, as they take on the third-year man, Mitchell Trubisky, and the NFC North champion, Chicago Bears. With that, let's get out to venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Standing by with the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here are the Lions. Number 9, Matthew Stafford under center. And working with a new offensive coordinator this year who has said we are a running team. Not something you hear much nowadays, so it remains to be seen what that will mean for Stafford's numbers in 2019. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Stafford to the right side and completes to Thomas. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The numbers for Jones last week: 7 catches, 62 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
Still first down.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. To throw is Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Stafford down to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 20. Out of the gun, Trubisky to Gabriel, middle of the field. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. First carry from Mike Davis, the former Seahawk. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
On first down, Trubisky looking deep for Gabriel. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Tracy Walker.
Let's go, baby.
They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Here's Stafford. To the right and complete to Galladay. Past the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, his second touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. The rushing numbers last week for Cohen. 11 carries, 57 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
On 2nd and inches, Trubisky. Open man is Trey Burton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now it's Trubisky. Completes it to the tight end, Burton. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. Now Trubisky on first down. And Miller with it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. First down, a run with Cohen. And a pretty little juke move there, but not a ton to show for it afterwards as he's brought down. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle. Second and 5 now. Trubisky. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agreed totally. Excellent bounce-back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And a movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On second down, it's Johnson. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Touchdown, Detroit! Matthew Stafford, 2 touchdown passes in this first quarter, and the Lions have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. On 2nd down now, it's Cohen, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. It's Cohen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago. Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. Pressure comes and Trubisky goes down. Credit the sack to Brandon Marshall.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And Robinson with a big catch. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 42. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the 1st down.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Trubisky now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. A gain of 3. 2nd down. From the 24, Trubisky. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Finding Gabriel, complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Now it's Trubisky. The quick slant caught. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And it's caught. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Trubisky. Flushed out right. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is scooped up by the Lions. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football. Taking care of it.
Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The tackle made there by Jared Davis. Well, clearly that was a design play. I just don't know that it was the right design. Hey, your holder to have him pick it up and kind of be the power guy trying to run through the middle. Everything has to go right for that to work.
You mean you weren't relying on just great blocking to get him through? You kind of think maybe he could...
Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not. Did not get back there. It's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. You know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now, he may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage just comes through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another first down with that run.
A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a first down on a gain of 10. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Guys, man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have retaken the lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. We take a look ahead at what's to come later tonight. Sunday Night Football, it'll be the Vikings and the Cowboys from AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And then tomorrow night, we've got the Seahawks and the Niners from Levi Stadium. And we were in the Bay Area for the Raiders on Thursday night. Now right back out to watch the Niners on Monday night. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Throwing to Stafford. James has got it. Complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup. First down. So from the 36 now. 1st and 10. From the gun. Here's Stafford. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford, the left side completion to Jones. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, That ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
3rd down here. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now Trubisky lost the football and into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Over the middle, that's caught by Miller. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Check 20. Alert, 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 alert. Alert, 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 alert.
Again, it's Cohen. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you. I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. Rashawn Melvin in on the stop.
54 Mike. 54 Mike. Check, check. 54 Mike.
Looking to throw on second down. Trubisky over the middle, and it's incomplete. Brandon Marshall, the linebacker, able to make the play defensively. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Throwing here, Trubisky. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line. Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Now meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. Nothing fancy really on either side. They were just trying to punch in between the tackles, but could not get it done.
That felt very old schoolish, didn't it? Because we always talk about how we spread it out on offense nowadays and try and create some running lanes. That one was really tight. Go get it. A big pile of bodies. Didn't quite get there.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the 1st half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the 1st half.
We'll see if they do just that. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now Stafford. To the right and complete to Galladay. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down and more. And down to the 29-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score Lions 21, Bears 19.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. His throw incomplete.
I know you're thinking it, but I'll just go ahead and say it. To give you an idea of how sharp he's been in this game, just his 2nd incompletion, and we're in the 4th quarter.
He has been locked in, laser-focused all throughout this one, hasn't he?
Certainly has, and he's gotten some help from his receivers as well. They also are locked in.
Yeah, the drops have been at a bare minimum. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Stafford now to throw. Screenplay, Johnson. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Danny Amendola, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
Trubisky's throw pulled in by Robinson.
Complete to Allen Robinson. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
18.
Trubisky to throw again. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first. Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Alert!
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Able to find Shaheen, the tight end. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 15-yard line. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Brandon Marshall, the linebacker, able to make the play defensively. In the backfield, standing alone here on 2nd and goal is Davis. He'll get it up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this is caught out for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
They will run it. It's McKissick. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On 2nd down, Johnson.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Bears take over. Trubisky readies the offense. Down by 2, 55 seconds remaining. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe. And now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And I tell you, these division games, never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this, too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game, on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say.